Joining me now is Tennessee Senator Marsha Blackburn, a member of the Senate Judiciary, Finance, Commerce, and Veterans Affairs Committee. Senator, good to see you this morning. Your reaction to this. Should Israel have everything on the table, including the nuclear sites?
Israel has the right to defend themselves and their people. And Maria, if they say, let's go in and hit these oil refineries, go for it. Because Iran has made about $90 billion in the past year or so selling their oil. If they feel like they need to go ahead and hit these nuclear facilities, go ahead and hit them. The point is this: Iran has funded Hamas, Hezbollah, the Houthis. They're behind this. It is Biden and Harris who have refused to hold Iran to account for what they have done with these terrorist proxies. So let's support Israel. Let's stand with Israel. It is so frustrating to me to see Biden and Harris be such a squish when it comes to supporting Israel and their ability to defend themselves.
Well, it's even worse than that, Senator. I mean, you've got in the middle of rockets being, launched at Israel, northern Israel, from Iran. You've got President Biden continuing this idea that he should be talking about a ceasefire. I mean, is he not watching what's going on? Does he not understand how Israel was attacked? They went in there with maps of Israel. They knew, who was where, who had dogs, where everyone was, going in their homes, taking people out of their beds. Is Biden unaware of what took place?
I don't think any of us will ever forget October 7th. And as we have grieved with our Jewish friends who lost family and who have recounted the horror and terror of that day, women being raped, babies being beheaded, Americans being taken captive. Maria, look at what they have done. And then you have Biden not wanting to fully support Israel or beginning to try to walk this back. And Biden and Harris saying, well, on one hand, but on the other hand, the point is this: with Donald Trump, we had a solid policy of supporting Israel. And Iran knew where Donald Trump stood. Iran knew that if they got out of line, we were going to come at them, and Donald Trump put sanctions on Iran. They could not make money selling their oil. Biden and Harris took the sanctions off. Iran is selling that oil. Iran puts every dollar they get into one of two things. One is funding terrorism. The other is enabling their nuclear capacity because they want a nuclear weapon.
Right. And this is exactly what the former Crown Prince of Iran told me yesterday on Sunday Morning Futures, that all of this goes back to Biden and Harris's failed foreign policy. Watch this. Yes. The sanctions have been on Iran, but were they actually enforced?
They were not, because the $100+ billion that the regime had access to a couple years ago, closing into what happened and ultimately led to empowering it to support its proxies, including Hezbollah and Hamas, of course, didn't come from nowhere. If those oil sanctions were imposed, that would be $100 billion less for the regime to spend. Not to mention, of course, the ransom money for hostages that was also paid to the regime, about $6.5 billion, if I'm not mistaken. And so all of this money is not going to, help Iranian workers who are being not paid their salaries for a long time. Instead, it goes to support the proxies.
Senator, I don't understand this administration's foreign policy, and I'm wondering if you believe Kamala Harris will continue this should she be elected. I mean, she's facing criticism this morning from angry Americans because she pledged hundreds of millions more to Lebanon. Okay, Lebanon, at the same time that residents of North Carolina are struggling to recover from Hurricane Helene. I mean, these people in North Carolina, South Carolina, Georgia, Florida, they've lost everything. And Harris posts this on X: I am concerned about the well-being of civilians suffering in Lebanon. The United States will provide $157 million in additional assistance to the people of Lebanon for essential needs such as food, shelter, water, protection, and sanitation. I mean, I know Tennessee was also hit hard, Senator. How is your state faring right now? And what do you want to say about the Biden-Harris response to what residents there in your towns need?
And in our state, we have 7 counties that are major disaster areas and communities that no longer exist, people that have lost everything. And on the Friday that my mayors are finally getting a phone call from FEMA, Maria, a phone call. What you have is you've got Antony Blinken and Kamala Harris sending $157 million to Lebanon. This is maddening. You've got DHS saying, well, we're out of money. When Homeland Security is saying that, and they've spent $1.4 billion since 2022 taking care of illegal immigrants. They spent $780 million out of the Emergency Food and Shelter Program for illegal immigrants, but we can't get immediate assistance for Tennesseans who have lost it all.
Right.
This is infuriating. It is infuriating. It is insulting.
And it sounds like they lied again when they said that they didn't clean out FEMA money to send it to the illegal migrants, because we heard KJP, Karine Jean-Pierre, lay it all out 2 years ago in 2022. Right. Watch this. Watch this.
FEMA regional administrators have been meeting with city officials on site to coordinate available federal support from FEMA and other federal agencies. Funding is also available through FEMA's Emergency Food and Shelter Program to eligible local governments and non-for-profit organizations upon request to support humanitarian relief for migrants. We'll continue to do what we can as a federal government to support these cities as we rebuild our asylum processing system after it was gutted by the Trump administration.
Can you imagine lying in your face? I mean, she claims it was gutted by the Trump administration. They gutted it. They gutted the FEMA emergency money and sent it to the illegals, and now they're denying it all. But we just heard KJP explain it in 2022.
Oh, yes, they gutted it, and they are in a hole on this, and they've been caught. And it is that old thing. They start telling a lie, and the lie comes back around, and now it is catching them. Maria, we know that this administration's policy is America last, and they have proven it, whether it is dealing with Tennessee, North Carolina, Georgia, South Carolina. We know that it is America last for them. I had somebody yesterday.
Yeah.
It is stunning. And they were talking about how they cannot believe that they would send $157 million to Lebanon when we have people, the roads are out, they can't get food, water. It's unbelievable.
Senator, thank you. We'll keep a spotlight on it for sure. Marsha Blackburn in Tennessee.